I'm Rich Fulcher.
And I'm Ahmed Gaith. And we got a new podcast, and it used to be...
What's it called?
Dude, you know what it's called. Why are you asking me?
Gone Riffin'.
That's what it's called. If you knew the whole time, why did you just ask me?
It's a show about riffing.
And it's really
That
gone.
wasn't great riffing, was it?
No, it was all right. It's
okay.
also on Feral Audio.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
They really rock.
They do.
Gone Riffin'.
On Feral Audio or wherever podcasts are sold. Well, no, I mean, you can get them free. So.
Yes, that's it. Eat tacos.
Dan, you smell like shit, right?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I didn't use Fulton and Rourke.
Fulton and Rourke, the men's fragrance and grooming company that specializes in solid colognes, shave, and shower products, all designed to make getting ready easier and more enjoyable?
Yeah, I forgot to use them because their travel-friendly wax-based colognes go anywhere.
I mean, there's nothing to break or spill, and of course, they all smell fantastic. What are you thinking?
I just don't have very much respect for myself, so I forgot that their bar soap is designed to exfoliate the skin with or without a washcloth.
Maybe you can exfoliate some of the dumb off of you and realize that GQ magazine just named their shave cream the very best on the market today, this very day.
I'm going to change. I'm expressing remorse and committing to change. I'm going to try it for myself at FultonandRourke.com, but I just hope I can save 15% off my purchase by using the code FERAL at checkout.
Well, when you do that, make sure you spell it Fulton and then the word and then ROARK.com.
I'm glad you said that because I am a bad speller and a bad smeller.
Fulton and Rourke, fix your spells and your smells.
Fulton and Rourke. We're hard to spell, but you'll be easier to smell.
Feral Audio.
Ladies and gentlemen, from beautiful uptown Burbank, Harmontown is now in session. Let's welcome to the stage the Game Master, Spencer Crittenden. And your mayor of Harmontown, Dan Harmon.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming out. It's a holiday weekend. It's night. We take it for granted that we keep filling this place, but we've got this venue now, and it's not easy to get people over here. It's Burbank. So all these people that keep filling the joint, they're obviously we could probably do anything. We got them on the hook.
Who drove really far, like from LA? Like, how far did you come from? Minnesota. You drove from Minnesota. See, now that's a hell of a drive.
Yeah, that's a lot harder.
You must have left like this morning.
Yeah, who wants to go to Burbank from Minnesota? That's crazy.
What part of Minnesota are you from? The Twin Cities. Which ones? I'm kidding, of course. Hello, Dan. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
You seem like you got something on your mind.
Well, no, I'm just trying to think of what I do have on my mind. I'm afraid I don't have anything on my mind.
It seems like you have nothing on your mind right now.
I'm in the midst of a deadline on a treatment that I'm supposed to turn in. I should have turned in on Friday, and it's been one of those weekends where you saw it coming, and it was like a 4-day weekend. This is going to be great. I got the sick dog, so I wasn't even allowed to leave the house. So it was really. Cody and I were like, it's going to be 4 days in the house, like just sitting in bed. And we don't even have to feel like we're bad people for doing that because we got a dog to take care of. And then I had to go fuck it up.
Is Nigel all right?
Yeah, he's okay. Nigel ate like a big clump of grass, and then it was in there, and then look, man, So Spencer was the point man on this.
How you doing, Spencer?
Nigel open.
So we go into the veterinarian and with the Nigel dog, and the doctor comes in and he's taking X-rays, and then he's taking X-rays the next day. So he's analyzing this thing, and and it's like, oh, there's this thing in his stomach, and he's like, I thought we were bringing him in for surgery, but then the guy says. He goes, well, at this point, I think we should just wait because it's moving, this thing. And it's just like this big thing. It looks like a tube sock, but it looks like a tube sock because now it's in his intestine. So everything that you would put in there would look like a tube sock. You could put gold in there and it would look like a tube sock. It's kind of a neat idea. But he has this like thing, and I'll never know. I don't know. He just kept going. Like we would say, well, he's panting now, and then he'd go, well, you guys, he's a sick dog. And he just had that like lilting tone, and every sentence began with "you guys," and then we'd go like, so you think we shouldn't operate on him? Well, you guys, it's we don't know, or something like, and like the fifth time he did that, I said, you do this thing where you keep saying "you guys," and there's this tone, and the message that we're getting is that you don't want any information from us.
We're not doing anything wrong, Doctor. We're asking questions and saying words.
Right.
Like he's getting mad at us.
We're assuming that the science of caring for a dog, since the dog can't talk, like that maybe it might involve collecting some data from us, or maybe, hey, I was just like. I just want, usually in that situation, maybe this is a bad habit that I have. Maybe I'm a bully. Maybe I like when people are making me uncomfortable, making me feel bad. Maybe I'm accustomed to the fact that then I'll shine a spotlight on it. And maybe because I'm a 6 foot tall, fat, like Ursine kind of dude, like maybe I'm like spoiled. Like maybe like most of the people I'm talking to, maybe I wouldn't do that if I was talking to like The Rock, I wouldn't like adjust him, maybe I need to examine that. It's but I haven't thought about that because it always works, because usually what the person does is they go, oh God, oh geez, no, because the very fact of like you're just pointing out that there seems to be some kind of breakdown is enough to get everybody kind of scrambled, and then you reset, now you're recalibrated and you're communicating as humans. That's what I usually find. But I was like, hey, you're doing this thing and it sounds like you don't want us to talk to you, and we don't know if we're supposed to say anything, and that's all. If that's the case, then I don't know. And then he just kind of blinked, right? And then he was like, well, he's a sick dog, and he's gonna, my recommendation is at this point we should wait. And if you guys don't like having me as a doctor, you could get another doctor. You get another doctor. And I was like, whoa! But I didn't do any. I was like reeling, and I was like it was silence. I was like, how do I react to this? And during the silence, Spencer goes, if you think that's best.
Well, it wasn't like just hold on. I think I said that we trusted his opinion and we'll do whatever he thinks we should do, or something like that. I don't think it was like sarcastic, like, yeah, give us another doctor. I think it was like, we trust. You're the guy. Right. You're the guy to listen to.
You don't want to piss off a doctor when your dog is sick. It's like pissing off, like a waiter can spit in your food.
Yeah.
Your doctor can metaphorically spit in your dog and
yes, he could
kill your dog.
So that guy leaves. He just leaves.
And then I heard him slap an animal.
I thought when he said, if you guys want, you can see another doctor, I thought he was saying it like a teenager would say it, like a passive aggressive kind of like, maybe I'll go eat some worms if you want me to go eat some worms, and we're supposed to go, oh no, you're a great doctor, which is why I was like stunned. I didn't know what he was saying was, oh, we have several doctors here, let me go get another one, which I guess is what he's doing. You could hear him faintly out there talking to another guy, and I'm like saying to Spencer, like, what is it me? Is it you? Is it the dog? What is it him? Like,
and I was like, I don't think he knows that he sounds passive aggressive. I think he's just stupid in that sense.
Yeah, he had like maybe an aptitude for treating dogs, probably doesn't spike in the same brain statistically as an aptitude for like communicating with people. We don't know.
Yeah, there are certain fields of medicine that like doctors will tell you that we're not people persons, or we're not people. We want to solve you. We don't want to hang out with you or talk to you. We don't touch you. Right. We just want to like open you up and look at your insides.
Sure, maybe this guy was like, oh, I get it. They're animals, so I can be like a savage, horrible, primal monster.
Maybe you're so Ursine, and because he's a veterinarian, he thought you might actually be a bear.
Right. And so it was like
and he kept saying you guys to prove that you're actually a person and not a bear.
It was the veterinarial equivalent of like a racism thing, like where he was like, he didn't really believe I was a bear, like a magic talking bear, but I put off enough of a bear vibe that a guy who loves dogs and cats and treats their ails is like, I don't like this guy. He looks like someone that eats in a landfill. and that's an enemy of the canine and the feline in my book. My name's not Dr. Asshole. So So 5 minutes goes by, and the new doctor comes in. And he goes, hello, my name's Dr. Ruiz.
And that was a surprise. We did not expect a different doctor to come through the door.
Yeah, I thought maybe like a bouncer from Jerry Springer would come in or something and like go, like, well, you guys got to go. Like, we need this room. We didn't really. But a new doctor comes in. Hi, I'm Dr. Ruiz. He shakes our hands, and then he starts looking at the X-rays, and he acts like but he just like nothing has happened. He goes like, I'm Dr. Ruiz. So we're gonna do some exploratory surgery on Nigel. We're gonna go in and we're gonna pull this foreign body out. And I'm like, what? And Spencer says, okay, but what would you say if we told you that the last guy said the exact opposite thing? And the guy says, oh no, I know that. I just talked to him. I totally disagree with him. I have a totally second opinion about what to do about your dog.
Is it Anderson and Ruiz like
good cop, bad cop? They're like, this is the thing that will plague me forever because this guy was nice and I was like, yes, now we're talking. Cut my dog open. See you later. Here's $1,700. I'll see you 3 days from now. I changed my dog's life with a scalpel and just walked out skipping and going like, by the way, that first guy's a prick. But what was my part of some? Were they just the guy comes out and he goes like, oh, we gotta, they probably have some veterinarian code for it. Like we gotta DFI or whatever. Yeah, like that's we gotcha. Let's cut his dog open and make him pay and like. Is the second guy is the second guy totally inept and loved? Do they call him the Butcher of Burbank and like? But he's a people pleaser, and so was our first guy like the Einstein of dogs eating shit, and I was just like, fuck, man, like when he's on Charlie Rose will go, what do you think is the biggest problem facing veterinarian medicine? I think it's the worship of the myth of bedside manner. I got to tell you, I think these are patients that can't speak to us, and if they could, I'm sorry, I'm getting upset, Charlie. He's like, yeah, well, you're doing this thing. You sound kind of patronizing. See, it's happening again. But I'm telling you, I'm a good fucking dog doctor, and I could have been a brilliant child doctor, but nobody's gonna let me near those little fuckers. So I humble myself, I stoop, I try to do my best, no harm. I come into this stinky hospital, I'm dealing with these little, tiny, scaled down, disposable patients, but I'm still a big prick. I'm still the worst guy at the hospital.
And he's trying to save you money. He's like, I don't think this is a big deal.
Yeah.
You're going to talk to Ruiz in 45 seconds, and he loves to charge you for
I'll go get Jack the Ripper.
Elective dog surgery.
Oh, you like feeling good about yourself? You want to make a best friend that loves cutting your dog up? I'll go get him.
So what happened? Did Nigel get sliced open?
Yeah. And the ongoing debate was, is this going to be the end of our MeUndies relationship? Because is he going to pull out like a whole thing? Because Nigel just eats a lot of fabric and stuff, and it looked like, they give the dog barium, and then all we knew is that there's a big thing that soaked up all the barium, moving very slowly through him. So then Spencer called the hospital, and then the subtext of the story is Spencer loves my dog more than me. And he said they pulled grass out of him. It was just grass.
It was a bunch of grass, yeah. Cows, it takes them like 3 whole stomachs to digest that shit.
Cellulose. You can't digest cellulose unless you're a
dog. Wait.
No. Dogs and humans don't. Deer and cows. That's it. They have different systems to digest cellulose. If you can get into the cellulose digesting game, that's like,
oh boy,
that's like panning for gold. Like you got to make a lot of biological sacrifices.
There's so much food in elephant poop that elephants, if they get hungry, can eat their own poop. There's still that much food in
because
their
it's
poop.
hard to break cellulose down. So they break down a little bit. It's like a very difficult thing. I guess maybe grass at one point was like, Jesus Christ, what are we, the biosphere's toilet paper? Like everyone's just going to eat us? Fine, try eating us now.
Right.
And then everyone was like, blah, blah, and they're like, yeah.
My dog, I had a crazy dog when I was a kid, and ate a beanbag open, and ate all the little tiny styrofoam pellets. Ate like as much as could fit inside of a dog, and then just kept pooping styrofoam poop.
Yeah.
Which was amazing because it was like the easiest poop to pick up. Because it was so lightweight and versatile. And then one time went into one of my shoes, ate the shoe, like a basketball shoe I had, had like one of the foot liners, like the little pads that goes in there. Ate the thing, and it came out a spiral foot liner. It came out like you could have put that back in the shoe.
Well, Nigel
dogs
eats
are like fucking
everything.
boa constrictors. Like, the food goes...
Nigel ate a coat hanger 2 days before this all happened, which is why I was like, oh, it's a coat hanger. He must have wood splinters in there. He ate a coat hanger, a nice wooden coat hanger.
He probably ate the grass to like chase it.
It could be what it was.
They eat something softer than a coat hanger.
They do eat grass. That's what everyone keeps saying. Well, they eat grass when their stomach hurts. I'm like, what is this? What is this information? Why are you gainsaying me? It's a story. They already pulled it out. What do you want me to do about that? You want me to go talk to the dog?
I think they want you to not know more than they do because they studied medicine and they know how to fix dogs.
Oh, well, no, I was talking about people on Twitter. That's just like you say.
Oh, don't do that.
What do you think grass is thinking? What was it about, like, evolutionarily? Like, what was it? So grass is like a half step up from, because I know moss, I know moss. And moss is like
Can we have one podcast, Dan, when you're not going on your moss rants?
Moss is like your basically your first plant, it's like the idea of like, well, why don't we maybe, well, what are we doing on the water all the time? Why don't we just like be on a rock next to the water and then like we'll get splashed and we'll drink that, but then we'll get a lot more sunlight or something like that. That's before the advent, because then you're just limited to like the surface of things. And then the big step was capillary action, taking advantage of water's slight negative ionic charge, which you will see illustrated when you do dishes and try to pull your plates apart. That's how. But water, if it didn't have that slight charge to it, then it couldn't be drawn up as far basically as you want to. A redwood tree is using that slight charge to carry water all the way up. Probably very wrong about most of this. But it's the precursor of
by the way, Dan briefly went to community college and took a biology class, learned a lot about plants, and now knows exactly this much about plants, but wrote a TV show about going to community college.
Right. But it's pretty fascinating because water has, the first thing you learn in biology is like, well, let's talk about water first. It's because the water is like this, it's everywhere to us. And it's like, oh, water, fuck water. Like, eat shit, water, you're a piece of shit. Like, you're just like, whatever. Like, oh, water's here, who cares? It's old 80% of the earth. But water is, it's a magical, it's not magical. That's, if I'm trying to get you interested in science, I shouldn't call things magical. I should write a book about wizards or something, and if I wanted to,
you should write a book about wizards.
Good, and you know what? It's not hard. It has many properties that make life on Earth possible if water was just a little bit different in any way. For instance, water expands when it freezes, so it floats. So a planet that goes through an ice age, the water on top freezes, and you get your little tiny boogans underneath. Your little creepy fish. They can keep living. Well, like little monsters.
Cryoboogans, they call them.
Cryoboogans.
Yeah.
Then that Earth thaws, and we come crawling back out. We go, let's do this again. We couldn't do that if
you're fucking dropping some serious science on this show.
Yeah.
I like your Pink Floyd shirt. That's very exciting.
Yeah, Cody went to the Roger Waters concert. I guess he has like this big dick. She showed me pictures. Did anyone go to is anyone into Roger Waters? She showed me a picture. When I was your age, I mean, when I was 15, I was like really into the Roger Waters Pink Floyd. It was very important to me, but I never actually bothered to see a photo of him because it was pre-internet. I would go type Roger Waters. Oh, let's see how he looks, because I'm not a vain person. I don't live in that world. I thought he was probably black because he was important to me. And I didn't care. I cared enough to think he was black and positively judged him for the color of his skin. But anyways, he's a very fit man because he's got to be 109 and like he's definitely like not eating what I ate this weekend, but it's like a picture of him from the thing, but he's just like, he's got this big boner in his pants. And Cody sent me a photo. She's like, look how big his dick is, and look how hard it gets from his work. Like really, you can just like this is very. Like that's he wins because also he made that album and it was like, oh hey, well, walls are important to kids because they're about education or psychology. Like, well, I'm young, it's a brick in the wall. And then he got into his Steve Martin's tweeting a couple bad jokes on Twitter kind of phase where you're like kind of like, okay, I'm not the sharpest guy. I should probably try to hire writers from here. Like kind of, I'm getting to that age where you want to start mentoring in comedy and other things. Like you're not, you kind of you're going into your Gandalf the Brown phase, kind of just like going, just like start getting into growing basil or something. And but at that exact age, the Berlin Wall comes down, and Roger Waters comes out of retirement, like, oh, let's do a concert for the Wall because it's the Wall, and now you got, and then Trump is like, oh, the Wall, and he was like, let's do it. He's got a perfect life. I bet he was just out of money, and then Trump was like, we're gonna build a wall, and he was like, and then he slewed down a fire pole and or his own dick.
In his head, dum 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 money. So Roger Waters got a big 90-year-old cock?
He's got a giant baton in his pants. Or he's so vain that he puts like a flashlight down there because it's important. Maybe that's like a holdover from 60s rock. He's like, well, you got to do it. Everybody does it. You got to stuff, ladies.
People did stuff. He might be an old school stuffer.
Yeah, he's probably not even thinking about it. It's like,
we should have him on the show and find out whether. Pardon? You know people that are on tour with him? Can you text him right now and find out how big his dick is? All right.
I've got a little black book with my poems in it. Got a bag, got a toothbrush, and a comb.
Stevie Nicks?
All right. That was some stuff I talked about at that weird show we did last week at that freaky Chris Hardwick cult meeting that we went to. In the middle of
we met out in the woods, and 90% of the crowd was dressed as stormtroopers or Meeseeks. It was pretty wild.
I'll go wherever Hardwick tells me to go. It's called the patriarchy. Look it up. Like he's a hard wick. I would go if he was a soft wick. I would listen to him 10% less. And if he had no wick at all, nope, can't be president. Not funny. Okay. Too true. Okay. Just a little. Let's start it out as simple wordplay, and penis jokes turned into a negatively resonant leitmotif for the ladies and the men that support them. It wasn't like there was a bunch of guys going, "Ha ha ha! Women can't be president." We got a lot of enlightened people here. I'm sorry I hurt you. You're probably very excited then about that. The fact that the 25th Amendment is now going to be invoked because he tweeted a meme with a CNN thing on it.
Oh yeah?
We're all just so like fucking. We're like, no, it's not. What are you talking? Just stop. I think this was like the big turning point. Like I saw people on Twitter being like, even saying to guys I really like Keith Olbermann and stuff. They were just going like Keith Olbermann going, look, this is it. They tweeted a meme with a CNN and there's a wrestler hitting him, and we must now, for the 700th time, we must do something about this man. And then just like a couple people tweeting like, this is just a sideshow now. Like, I don't even want to do this anymore. Like this thing where we pretend like you can stop the Antichrist. Like it's not. Let's just enjoy it. It's biblical. Let's just enjoy it.
I think, and it's not a cheery thought, but I was thinking today when I had the same reaction to that. It's like we're going to look back fondly on today, like on these days, because he's not a professional tyrant. The next president's going to be worse than him. He's a clown. It's going to get worse. We're not going to go like, oh, this is the dark ages, and we're going to have an awesome president next time. It's going to get sadder and worse. But the next people are going to be pros, not winging it and not being, like just crappy, WWF characters,
Well, it's like this monkey got loose on the Paramount lot, and like everyone's chasing it and going, "Get back here, Bobo!" But Bobo like is running into sound stages and like turning on cameras and putting on a hat and like getting a 2-point rating, you know, like, and so everyone chasing him or cheering him on is all going, "Ha, that crazy monkey! Shit, you can do that." Yeah. Like the monkey doesn't even know what it's doing. Like it's running into edit bays and like pressing buttons that make just like champagne and Coke come out of a big sliding wall that was hidden from the Robert Evans era, and like everyone's like, okay, noted there too. So if you have more than a 90 IQ plus choose fascism, you could really get some shit done in this country. Whereas he's just going like, I got lonely, I'm lonely. So like he went throughout his life like he was the son of a fucking slumlord with a trust fund. He blew through it. And then one thing he was a Democrat and he tried to get rich people to like him, and rich people were like, "You're tacky, you're gross, like you're creepy. I heard you fucked a 13-year-old. Get out of here." And he's like, "Duh, those are allegations." And like it's I don't have those allegations against me. I don't want the system to work that way, but I just think that you shouldn't have 13-year-olds accusing you of fucking them. All right, so just Google it and like let's figure it out. I don't know if he had like a preteen model agency. Like who has that? But he was like, so he's like doing high society and like, hey, I'm a big rich guy and I want to hang out with the Baldwins and the things and they're he was just kind of a joke. And then he's just like getting older and older, and then he's like, well, so who in this world that's left like would ever just give me what Howard Stern was giving me, what the television show was giving me, other thing, and it's like. The P.T. Barnum the devil character from Needful Things was like, well, I got the bin over here. Just hillbilly Nazis would love you. Are you sure about that? That doesn't seem like a big fit to me.
It sounds like a great sitcom.
No, they're pretty easy. Here, put on this trucker cap and just start saying I'm tired of brown people. Like it'll catch on. Believe me, we're rife for it. And he's like, okay, I'll try it, and it fucking worked, and I'm gonna kill myself. All right. But yeah, I was just thinking, it's like the people are like, oh, look at it. This is it. This is a deal breaker with the wrestling thing that he tweeted. But it's like so sad when people are like, because it's violent imagery. Is he promoting violence against journalists? Like, well, don't play into that fucking...
He's promoting violence against good Photoshop or After Effects. That was pretty crude.
Yeah, and the guy that did it, and then everyone is like, well, look at the last thing this guy did, and it's like some Nazi shit about how everyone in CNN's a Jew or whatever. And I agree. I agree with him on that one. You agree that everyone at CNN's a Jew?
I'm just kidding.
But according to his chart, I mean, if you only go by that, I don't have any other data. It seemed like it was scientific. But it was like decrying that. I feel like it was like actually. Didn't you kind of feel like when he does something crazy, then it's like you kind of feel like. I don't know, what am I measuring it by? But it's just kind of like the Twitter zeitgeist. Like I feel like you see a little spike in people going like, all right, come on, man, knock it off. Get off Twitter. Like people that voted for him going like, come on, you're embarrassing me, But then the more that we go, that's right, he's embarrassing you. And technically he's in violation of political correctness because that's actual racism if you look it up. And then the person that was like, you're embarrassing me, goes, oh yeah, I remember why I voted for you. Because I feel stupid and barbaric and I'm tired of feeling that way. So instead of improving myself, I pulled a lever that, said I could put that off for 4 years. But that's us too. We're all lazy. We're online. None of us are out there doing fucking mental crunches, like trying to figure out how to be good people. I've only gotten to the point where I'm just like, oh, I was wrong about everything my entire life. That's possible even when you're a genius. So what hope do we have for morons? How are they going to flip? Like, what are we going to, is there going to be an obelisk outside of fucking trailer park and like everyone that caused this problem is gonna hear this high-pitched whine and touch it and then throw a fucking spray paint can in the air that turns into a job at a solar panel factory?
I want you to never stop this metaphor. I want this to go on for the rest of the show. I want that to be a scene in a Kubrick movie.
I mean, what do we think we're going to do? We're waiting. We're in a civil war culturally. And believe me, there's just as many dumb people on both sides. Like, and laziness and like adds to dumbness. And it's like at this point we're at this like impasse or something. And impasses don't just sit there. Like we used to think we were at an impasse, but what we were really in was like the reign of the bipartisan system, which I used to sit there and scoff at. But we didn't know how good we had it. And was like, oh, I want my corruption back. I want my bureaucracy back. I want my fucking transparent collusion between two corporations that just rig debates and fucking just hang out back. And it's like, okay, so that system wasn't working for other people, so I'm guilty of these crimes, right? But then again, I didn't inherit my fucking money. I worked for it. And see, okay, now I sound Republican. So like,
All right, hit pause, hold up. Somebody, one of our fans, go online, make that a remix.
whistle tip, go whoop, 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 whoop.
But that was like the EDM kind of thing. Hi, it's Jeff Davis and Spencer Crittenden here to talk to you about HelloFresh. Spencer's busy right now trying to pick a piece of cake off of his pants.
Oh, who's in this room recording what ads?
Oh, no.
It's me, Lumpkins, the HelloFresh gnome.
Lumpkins?
Right.
How have you been? I haven't heard from you in a while.
Over at HelloFresh, we've been doing bold new things and home dining experiences.
Would you tell me all about it while I sit back and enjoy you?
Right, of course. HelloFresh is the meal kit delivery service that makes cooking more fun, so you can focus on the whole experience and not just the final plate. Whoops, hide me.
Hey. Is anyone in here? I thought I heard a high-pitched voice.
Spencer, your arch nemesis Lumpkins was here just a moment ago.
You know, he's after my Lucky Charms.
Really?
No.
He's also after copyright infringement.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Spencer, Lumpkins was just in the middle of explaining what HelloFresh is. Can you expound?
Each week, HelloFresh creates delicious new recipes with step-by-step instructions designed to take around 30 minutes for everyone from novices to seasoned home cooks short and on time to crazy gnomes after me various items.
They use the freshest ingredients measured to the exact quantities needed so there's no food waste, and it comes to your doorstep in a recyclable insulated box for free.
Right.
You get a free box. I mean, I know people that go to HelloFresh just for the free box.
I mean,
the fact that it's filled with delicious farm-to-table food is just an added bonus.
Right. The box is at least a $10 value, I'd say.
But it turns out it's less than $10 a meal with HelloFresh.
What? And they employ 2 full-time registered dietitians on staff who review each recipe to ensure it's nutritionally balanced. Now, Jeff, you seem to understand a lot about this for a guy who wanted me to explain it to him.
I'd love to tell you all about my wonderful experience with HelloFresh, the food delivery service that brings you a kit of food that you can cook and make it on your own, and it's only $10 a meal, Spencer. But here's the deal. They've never given me any.
Right. I think they sent them to Dan Harmon. I actually ended up eating some of the food out of it because Dan doesn't really cook at home so much.
Now, Dan's just like a grizzly bear. He probably just ate right through the box and didn't even cook the food.
Well, you'd be surprised because it turns out it was easy enough for even a novice like him to prepare in 30 minutes or less. So
he's
he had
really lazy, though. You telling me that he opened up boxes and put things in pans?
Anyone can use HelloFresh to success in the dinner table.
Even tiny spirits like you?
Even tiny sprightly gnomes and other elfin creatures from woodlands.
Do you get the same size meal, Lumpkins? Because you're so diminutive in size.
I do, but they last much, much longer, so I save money.
Wow, you beating the system, Lumpkins.
I'm a hero.
For $30 off your first week of HelloFresh, visit HelloFresh.com and enter the code Harmontown30, Harmontown30, to get $30 off your first week of HelloFresh.
Well, it's not an impasse. That's the thing. Okay, so here's why. You kids, when grandpa that made Rick and Morty, and it's such a bummer. Why is he such a cuck? Like what? What are you doing? Why are you talking about politics? Why you make this great cartoon that it speaks to the very heart of my alt-right or Bernie Crat or Hillary loving or Trump loving ass? Yeah, because I'm a genius, and it's called resonant storytelling and timeless character craftsmanship and Justin Roiland's coattails, and there's a delicate recipe
also,
that only I know.
A lot of the background art looks like dicks, balls, and vaginas.
But when you're all bummed out, like, oh, why are you? Oh, you used to be so fun. I'm sure that's not true. First of all, I'm sure. I don't remember, but I don't think I was like a laugh a minute when I was not political. I was probably just gross or something. I was probably just going like, is it me or bananas fitting in your ass wrong or something? That sounds fun. I couldn't riff at a thing. I didn't want to like. But like
which end is the wrong end of the banana to put in your ass first? Do you think?
The banana is the atheist's worst nightmare. Google it. Like you're all bummed out and you're going like, Dan, what is politics? See, here's why you're doing that. Here's why you're thinking that. And I understand this because you're younger than me, and I'm not implying that when you get older you know more. I'm saying like I've lived longer. So if you've lived longer, so imagine like you're listening to a 10-minute song, okay, and you walk into the room and it's been playing for 8 minutes, but now you're hearing your first minute of it. If the people that have been in that room longer are saying, I think this song is ending, listen to them. They have gotten more of a feel for it. It's not so much like, oh, you're so much smarter, your IQ keeps growing. Saying, this doesn't happen. I think everyone keeps saying that. I'm like, it's like, I know the difference between like, oh, the dangling chads and the abortion arguments and the gays in the military and the Republican Democrat, and just out and out, like, we're having a little bit of a problem here that has really actually nothing to do with what we used to call politics, because that word has, for 44 years, has meant the boring thing, the grown-up thing, the part of the scam, part of the thing. But politics now, it's like actually like, I mean, there's only, once this stops being the case where everyone's like all freaked out, like, it's not there. It's gonna be like you're gonna be wearing like jumpsuits and stuff, and we're gonna be like walking in like stainless steel honeycombs, like deep beneath a Mars station, and they're gonna be being. Well, now I'm making it sound cool. We're never going to get to Mars because whoever comes after Trump is going to win by opposing gravity. Like and people are going to be like, yeah, why are you libtards always talking about how there's gravity if you want to get to space? Can't you see how stupid that is? Oh, here's a meme of a gorilla going, I want to go into space. I think I'll say that nothing can go up forever. That's you. Because the world will be an ocean, and they'll be, well, okay, well, we were wrong. Yeah, okay, we were wrong about the polar ice caps, but what is this gravity you're always talking about? I say if you're poor and you want to get into space, just jump. If you believe in yourself, you should be able to fly. Well, technically, no, egghead. You fucking sell out, you traitor. Jew! I know it. I haven't checked my chart yet. But you got that fucking Jurassic Park vibe.
Which character?
Which character?
Goldblum?
Yeah, the Stegosaurus. You better wake up, motherfucker. Did you see that fucking holy shit in a bottle? Did you see that NRA video that was like, whoa, yeah, see, it's over. Like not over like I mean, you over like school's out. Like they're saying like it's over. Everybody do what you gotta do. So like that's a cue for activists.
That video was like what's playing on a TV in the background in RoboCop 2. Like when you
yeah, so much far beyond that. It was crazy. And here's the craziest thing about that video to me. When those guys, like, when someone goes into a school and shoots like 20 people, and then their response is, well, I'll tell you this much: if the teachers had guns, they would only be 10. Yeah, okay, all right, okay. So everybody should have had a gun. Okay, all right. Well, for a second there, everybody should have a gun. Okay, got it. I get it. there's almost an honesty there. Like, I don't know if they believe it or not, but their message is transparent. They're going, 20 kids got shot, so everyone should have a gun. There is no hidden agenda. That video, they're pretending that they think that because police can't quell disruption enough on their own without causing more of it, that if there's any psychos out there with their ears on, you might want to just start DIYing it. That might actually work. That's the unspoken implication, is like, you should jump in because the government's hands are tied. They're cucked out, man. Like they gotta do these Mirandas and all these things, and then if the minute they poke someone with a stick, if they're wearing a badge, then there's more protest. It's like, it's crazy. So, and then they end it with like, now more than ever, you gotta fucking hit. So they're saying to their base, like, if you're out of your goddamn mind and you pop off, it could be the solution. And they know that that's not true. They know that that person will go to prison, and they know there will be even more disruption and embroilment and civil war and stuff. And they it's almost admirable in its villainy. I mean, they're so committed. Like, I'm pretty sure like they're about 6 months from going, okay, now we've been putting this off for 60 years. We're finally gonna like put one foot on each dolphin here, and we're gonna start being actively marketing to liberals as well, because they'll have another video come and go, man, it's open season on you motherfuckers. It's like you can't go to a protest these days without worrying about who's gonna shoot you. Am I right?
Well, they already did that. You bought a gun.
They already did it to me. That's called white male fragility, not white male endurance. I'm not going to be the last person to buy a gun. I'm like that little mercury thing that explodes when something gets a little too hot because there's a fire.
But you're like, you haven't even have you shot it yet? Have you taken?
Why would I didn't get it to shoot it. I got it to wait till someone shoots me.
Yeah, but you're gonna get it. Someone's gonna come on your doorstep with a burning pitchfork, and because that's the thing. You think pitchforks are dangerous? When you light the tips of the pitchfork on fire,
God,
you got a real problem on your hands.
Yeah, in ancient times, angry mobs needed torches and pitchforks. It was a mess.
Yeah,
and then
it took us why did it take us so long? I think it was Eli Whitney who found out that if you combine fire and the pitchfork,
you get a flaming trident, the ultimate angry mob facilitator.
And if you can combine that with riding 2 dolphins at the same time, you might be the most terrifying individual in mythology.
You're certainly not a redneck, that's for sure.
If you were pitchforks on fire and you can still ride 2 dolphins.
Riding on 2 dolphins, and the way you express your frustration with the ruling class or a monster is a flaming trident,
you're probably not a redneck.
You're probably not a redneck. You might be like Prince Namor. I don't know.
Yes. You might be from like Mount Olympus.
Yeah. But did you notice that jumped the shark? That invention, angry mobs. They just stopped. You never see the flaming trident used in angry mobbery.
Well, Egypt kind of did it, like the Arab Spring kind of thing. They went full on. Like, this is angry mob shit. They went storm the Bastille.
Do they have flaming tridents?
They probably have the modern equivalent of that.
All right. Well, we'll get back to that. Wait, what were we
I'm just saying,
about?
but you're gonna wait until somebody comes up at your place with a weapon to take your dog or something, and then you're gonna pick up your gun like Woody Allen's gonna fly apart because you don't know how to use it. You've never you have to go.
I've already field stripped it and cleaned it and put it back together. What I don't know how to do is get the rockets inside the clippy thing. I can get one in, and then I'm like, really? This? You have to push this hard? Isn't it going to shoot? It's going to shoot.
I'm pretty sure you can go on Google and type in how to put rockets in clippy bits, and you'll.
I'm scared to load the magazine because also that's now you're actually loading a gun in your house. I haven't gotten that far yet. I was like, I wonder if I know how to.
It takes some thumb strength to get those. I
gotta get these little bad boys ready for the revolution. Yeah, look, man, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a role model. I got 2 dogs and a girlfriend, and I live on a big house on a hill with a lot of fresh water in it. I got a gun. I got a hammer in case a nail
You
comes loose.
You've just told however many people listen to our podcast that you don't know how to load it. So it's not really. I don't know what kind of security level you think you're at right now.
I don't know. Maybe I'm all the way past into the world where I'm setting traps.
Have you ever?
Maybe I'm like Jigsaw. Maybe I'm like playing like lame wounded duck or whatever you call
Spencer,
it.
have you fired a weapon before? Have you fired a gun?
I feel like when I was a kid, I fired a gun in like a camping trip or something. How much fresh water did you say was in your house, Dan?
Look, you don't need a gun if you want to take my water.
I just want an estimate of how much fresh water you think you have on your property.
I keep forgetting to cancel my Sparklets or my Arrowhead delivery because I go out of town on all these shows all the time. So I have a gigantic pyramid of bottles of water.
So the real fresh water is.
I have all the water.
I felt like I used to have that, but I got these cameras installed because I'm Batman, and now that I got the camera, I swear I thought I saw. Putty chat. I thought I saw. Google it. It's a great. I thought I could swear I saw the Sparklets guy or whatever you call him now, the Nestle mobile oil guy, whatever fucking the Pentagon Ministry of Drinkables, Centaurian, brought a 5-gallon drum of water. And I was watching him on the camera, like Phil Spector, just like playing with my gun and just watching him. Because he had kind of a Cuban vibe. And I swear it was like he came up and then I thought he left with water. He took my water. I think they take it now.
He might take empty ones?
He was like, it was heavy. Like he was like, oh. This water I brought up, I think he took my water. I don't know what happened. I don't know why I should.
Maybe he brought too many. And then I was like, oh, I got to take this back.
I got to remember to call them. I canceled it for I forget how many months. Because I've got 9,000 things of water in my place.
You're not supposed to do Nestle, by the way, if you're interested in your consumer dollars advocating. Because, boy, we're still at that stage. It's not at all like the branches of government are collapsing into a fucking like murder van that's going to drive around. But if it was 1999 and you thought the way you spent your next water dollar would influence the totally fair capitalistic biosphere in the Nestle guy, like he's on record as saying in interviews like, yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand why water is considered a natural resource. That doesn't make any sense. It's a product. Everybody buys it. You need it. You drink it. It's like a candy bar.
They're also like, they're trying to buy up all this water that's like cheap, that's like reservoirs and stuff, and they're getting these crazy deals for it. And they're going to profit off of it. But the water they're buying is so cheap. It's like you could start a Kickstarter and buy the water for like cheaper than them, except, we're not corporations, so we don't have access to these markets. But it's like, we could buy that water that we don't want Nestle to buy from us, but, they won't let us do it. It's fucked up.
Gotta put all your money into Arrowhead. They're a Native American tribe that makes their own water out of
the
rain.
Trail of Tears. They also make salt.
I'm so glad I didn't think of that because I would have said it.
Okay. What is that? Can we hear Sam Elliott's commercial for the fully croissant?
Hello, I'm Sam Elliott for Arrowhead Water. Our water's salty, and here's a reason why. Andrew Jackson. No.
80% of your body can't be wrong. That's just general water advertising. I don't know. It's not for Trail of Tears. The Trail of Tears was, of course, a horrible thing that would be totally offensive, but
we made it delightful, just
right.
Well, also the history's written by the winners, and there's not, we're not afraid of the. That's my apology to anyone who is listening. That's like that's a little hurtful. I'm like, I'm sorry, like. Also, like because it's just it shouldn't be a numbers game. Like like what's offensive? It shouldn't be like, oh, that group isn't like gonna million man march us. So or,
you recently made a I thought I saw a Pootie Tat reference. They don't think you're current. You're a baby boomer. You still you're still allowed. So why is it now? Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, a ring ting tingling too.
Dan's got ice stuck to his bottle.
I've never seen that much ice stick to anything. It's.
Should we bring up let's bring up two of our friends so we can.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's bring up Abed Gaith and Kelly Fontecchio.
Yeah.
Kelly
and Abed.
But oh my God, look at that!
Cali Kazoo and Real Abed too. It's a double whammy.
There's a cloud underneath this crazy. What the fuck?
It's a cloud of ice.
A cloud of ice.
Did you not notice that?
I was focused on the Fontecchio, and I was like,
you got the last name right, which is a big. Like a big, that's a big achievement.
I've never said your last name.
Thank you. You said it correctly.
He said it just now.
Yeah.
Right?
Were you named?
I mean, we both have unpronounceable names.
Were you named after Kali, like the god of destruction or whatever?
Goddess of death.
I always shake his hand when I come up.
Okay.
There you go.
Well,
sorry, I had to do that.
Glad we didn't miss
ritual.
that moment.
No, it was like 2 seconds.
No, it was important.
Very important. I did it every time I came up here, so.
As including now.
Keep the tradition going.
Eat that mic.
All right, thanks. It's right here.
Callie, you're looking very smart with your fuzzy Simpsons bag there.
Thank you. It's Selma and Patty, yeah.
It's nice.
My favorite part is their unshaved legs.
Selma.
Yeah,
Did you,
Patty and Zelma.
Did you purchase this, or is this something you created?
Oh, no, I purchased this.
Yeah.
It's a purse/pillow.
I guess when you pass out at parties, you need that.
Yeah.
Because then you can just use a pillow that isn't there.
Tell me
There's never a pillow. I passed out at a party recently. No pillow.
Oh, boy.
I remember you talked to a guy passed out at a party, but you didn't care.
It was
That's
Rod,
a famous
it was
story.
Rod Hassler.
Oh, my God. That
Just
story.
gonna, I mean,
that
I'm
story's
sure we
never
told
going away.
It's
Jesus.
ledge. It's like the OK Corral, or like it's like you shot a match off a buffalo's back or something. It was like,
Why the fuck does that story keep coming up all the time?
I'll tell you why by telling you the story. It was a Halloween party, or no, it was a wizard party, and you and everybody
came dressed. Is it where me and
everyone
Justin
came
were
dressed as
outside?
like actual wizards, like cone hats, like moons and stars and wands and shit
And
like that.
me and Justin, we just went to a thrift store and found random shit. And then he was the wizard of cell phone technology, and I was the wizard of the past or something. I had like an Indian outfit. I mean, a Native American outfit. Oh shit! Sorry.
So the party's winding down. People are getting kind of high. There's like maybe 9 people. We're tired. There's just a bunch of out of shape wizards like sitting in this kind of like main area.
Because it was a full on wizard dance party. It was just wizards just dancing.
Yeah, dude, it was fun, man. I had a great time. I love seeing wizards.
All
at
of our
parties.
mana has worn down. We're regenerating it, and we're just talking. And at some point, somebody goes like, "All right, I'm going to keep talking to you like this." Because I don't want to make a big deal out of it, but I want you to, at some point, look over to the other room where...
It was Rob, wasn't it?
Where Abed is sitting in a director chair, like next to our friend Rod Hassler, who is also sitting in a director's chair, only, like, at that point, like, Rod, he's like, watch, Abed is talking to Rod, and Rod, excuse me, Rod is just, he's falling asleep. Like, he's not all the way asleep, but like, his head keeps like it's all, like, if you were talking to somebody and they went like that.
He was slightly awake.
Like, wouldn't you? I mean, you would at some point.
Maybe he's a bad listener.
But that's where heroism comes in. Like,
But by the time that passed around to me, and like everybody just look over there, don't make a big deal. And I looked over, and Rod was completely comatose.
It kept getting funnier and funnier. It says his head was dangling like an apple on an old.
Well, that's my fault. The story got more boring.
His head was like parallel to the floor. Like there was no mistaking this man for conscious. Like
I went to work stories,
and also there was a point because you were talking and like everyone was watching you, but we couldn't quite hear what you were saying. But there was a point where you were his head was just dangling over the arm of the chair, and as we were all watching you, and then at a certain point you reacted to him as if he had like interrupted you or something. Or like he had made a good point that allowed you to well, that's a different matter.
He was listening, but he slightly zoned out.
Right, like maybe he snored or something, and you're like, well, speaking of that, whoa.
No, I thought he was still awake. So then he did some motion that I'm like,
how could you? What in the weekend at Bernie's?
Were you talking about Farscape?
No, I was talking about, we worked together at the time on Mansers, and I was saying stuff like, do people at work like me? Am I annoying? And I think I was trying to get validation that people liked me at work, so I was like confused because they treated me weird there. So I'm like, hey, come on, they like me, right? And I think he phased out at a certain point. But I was so passionate about what I was talking about that I didn't notice he passed out. So yeah, you guys saw that. You saw me. I mean, he was awake 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
And then in those 2 seconds, he fell asleep.
Well, thank you for saying the words "pass out" so that we could all remember to mock you for that same thing from 11 years ago.
Look, it was weird because you guys looked over at the right comedic moment where it was funny.
No, we were watching you for 45 minutes. Like there was it wasn't a window. You got it just the right time. Like planet Earth. Like man, that orca just leapt up.
For real, we were all playing it cool, but marveling. Like, you kind of had your head down, and you were making a point about Ben Folds 5 or something, and so some record or whatever, and he was completely dead. You were talking to a corpse, and we're like, he's in heaven right now.
Man, I'm so embarrassed. I mean, because the weird thing is later when you guys said you were watching the whole time, I was like, I didn't remember. It's like I did talk to him, but
I mean,
we were asleep.
It was the end of a very long drunken party, so everybody gets a pass on that one. But it was delightful. It sounds like we're making fun of you. It kind of
for you guys it was delightful. I mean, I was like,
it was almost like watching a superhero, like you.
Well, that's weird.
I mean, we make fun of I was thinking about
I can talk to people while they sleep. I'm a superhero.
I was because I'm writing this treatment and there's this character in the thing that Mike McMahon and I are talking about, and we're talking about the character, and we're like, oh, he's a character that's kind of deluded himself, and then we were talking about that, and then I was like, wait, yeah, it's like he's living his dreams. He's living as this character. He's living in his dreams, and it's like it's a fine line between that and living a lie. And I think the difference is, well, what are you making other people lie? And if they say that you're lying, do you get mad at them? And I was like, I think that we would all admit, if the stakes weren't so high, that there is this half of our president, or 25%, that was like we kind of marvel at his absolute fucking dead nerved, just the idea of it's funny and almost cool from a writer's perspective, a character that if you said, can you pass the salt, they would say, yes, I will do the best job of passing salt of anyone that's ever passed you salt. Did it? Ask around. I passed the salt the best.
You see me as a character, don't you?
You are a character. Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not talking about you narcissist.
No, I understand. I'm just saying laser into what you're saying.
With him, it's like when we talk about that aspect of him, if you could just isolate it, if you could just suck that little bit of juice, we're envious of that, because it's called it's like thinking positively.
You had with Mike McMahon? You were like, we can't figure out Abed. What's the deal with him?
No.
How does he function?
No, it was a related thing.
Oh, I see.
And so
I'm tying it back
I'm going to bring it back
maybe
around
I am the
you.
narcissist.
I'm bringing it back around you.
I am pretty narcissist. Thank you. You just brought it out.
I'm just saying,
you're doing what you got to do.
All of us have maybe blind spots, or I'm not going to try to universalize it. I'm saying you could talk to a guy who is catatonic. It's like, we're making fun of you for it.
I see.
But there's also I'm trying to learn that from this troglodyte that we've chosen to celebrate our demise as a culture. Not you, the president.
Oh, I know. I'm
trying to see. I'm like, what do you admire about him? And why is he so? How come you watch Huckabee get away with it, or not get away with it? You can see Huckabee on Twitter try to all right, I guess the market's prime for an old man to be kind of a goofball on Twitter,
it's
and
the
you're just
Huckabee hour.
Nah, you're the worst.
I'm running in here.
whatever, Abed.
I'm with you. I'm trying to give you
between my Dan-splaining your Abedness, and you being Abed during it. It's like the audience is like it's a black hole. We're gonna die.
Yeah. No, but you guys,
my wristwatch turned into legs.
You guys are doing your own show that's going to be happening.
We are
NBC.
Here.
On the 6th, right? In a couple of days.
Yeah, Starburns Castle.
Yeah, this is what you'll see.
It's our second ever show. Our first one went off really well, like a good turnout, and our guest was Rich Fulcher last month, and this month it's Martin Olson, who you might know from Adventure Time or Rocco's Smarter in Life, or all sorts of things.
Quite a guy.
Yeah.
And we did a skit with him before where he was your dad, and I'm asking for a date. And then he beats the shit out of me. No, he strangles me. What does he do?
I don't know.
He's a good guy.
You guys ever go to Disneyland and go to Mickey's house in Toontown? You wait and you meet Mickey Mouse. I just did that for the first time with my girlfriend, and as you're waiting in line there's these awesome cartoons that are old, like vintage-looking Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse things. And that's Callie. She made those things.
Well, I designed I did a bunch of designs. There was a whole team of people.
But the design is the whole point. It's like beautifully designed. It's like some of the coolest animation I've seen in a very long time. It's like.
Did you know it was her when you saw it, or you?
Well, I remember seeing clips of like stuff that you've posted online.
Oh yeah.
And then I was watching it with Church, and I was like, oh, this is the thing that Callie worked on.
Yeah.
And it's like old vintage black and white. Disney meets like Ren and Stimpy meets like the Triplets of Belleville. Like it's really cool. So
the background team especially are super amazing.
Is that Andy Suriano?
Yeah, Andy Suriano, who's doing Ninja Turtles now.
Great guy. He looks like Wolverine.
Suppose I'm a young Burbank hipster.
You just described me and Spencer.
Yeah, I mean, you could pass for that, dude. The beard really does sell that.
Continue your thought.
Why should I come to whatever your show's called, which you should now tell us?
Well, it's because it's not filmed.
Wait, so to go back to the egotistical thing, it's called What About Me?
Which is about us going, well, what about me?
Yeah, so every time someone ends a sentence, we're like, well, what about me?
Like, I'm important too.
But like...
the birth of the show was that I was frustrated with Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I wanted to write and get people to see my comedy. So I was like, I'll just do a show and, make it with my friend who does great music.
Yeah, so it's a true variety show.
Yeah,
there's
what was the most frustrating thing about Hollywood for you?
There's a lot of things, but mainly like I've pitched and I've.
Also you might know Abed. Anyway. He wrote a little bit on Rick and Morty. He worked on the commercial episodes.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. And I had 100 ideas, and they picked 5.
It was the lack of you that frustrated you about Hollywood. You're like, wait, why am I not in there?
That the fact that I think I'm as good as Johnny Two Tones over there. He's like, I watch his career just spiraling out of control, and I'm like, Johnny, I can do that.
Is Johnny Two Tones here tonight?
I don't know. He might be here. You fucker, fuck you. No, I mean, but look, I have, I feel like I can do that. So I'm like, let me just do a show where I can do that. And no executive is saying, stop.
That being
That's
in this
crazy.
case like a variable. I can't ask you because I'm not going to start a beef between you and Johnny Pemberton or whoever it is.
Two-Tones.
No,
he's a friend. Actually,
I'm saying like I'm not going to ask you to tell me who it is that you do think you could.
Please don't.
Please don't.
But
no, I mean
the alternative for anybody who wanted to come to the show but was still on the fence, going like, well, maybe I do some.
Well, we have a lot of good special guests. This month, besides Martin Olson, we also have Mike McCafferty of 101 fame and Star Trek podcast on the Feral Audio Network.
His Star Trek podcast is great. I like the Wrath of Khan one.
We were just a guest on there. And also, we will be having Becky Garcia, who's an Adult Swim writer. She writes on
she wrote on Hot Streets.
As of a couple days ago, I was in the show, but then
It's true.
Jeff Davis was our special guest.
I screwed up and double booked myself.
But
that's cool. We'll get you in a few months.
Abed, you in the show. Right. Like, because you could say Johnny Two Tones, I can do what he can do.
Right.
And we can't make you say, I mean Vince Vaughn. I'm asking you, what are you doing in the show that you're like, fucking come see me do my thing, goddammit.
I'm like the Bob Odenkirk of the show. I just kind of write stuff and I act in stuff, but I don't give myself the main part because I like to be on the sides. And I like other people to.
Abed's the crazy part.
I want to extract their craziness in my own way, and it's fun.
Yeah, no. Last month Fulcher. There's a sort of script that Abed writes, but he kind of just went off the rails and did.
Fulcher really
improvised
brought
the whole
so
section
much to it, and he made it way better than I wrote. So that was a great experience because I like working with him.
Yeah.
It was like we both had a talk show where we're the hosts at the same time.
I saw Fulcher like in 1994, I think, for the first time at some
wow.
comedy festival, and he came on stage. It was a show he did. I might have the date wrong, but it was called Modern Problems in Science or something like that. And it was him and a couple other guys, and they would just get a theory that they would have, and they would get 3 different schools of scientific thought, and they would prove or disprove that theory. And his was Russian literature, and he clearly didn't
Sounds
know.
like him.
He clearly had never read any Russian literature, but committed to it so fucking hard that it was like I watched it. I go, that's the funniest improv I've ever seen.
Well, I met him because I was his stand-in on Crossballs, hosted by Chris Tallman.
Because you guys have a similar kind of.
Well,
profile.
I was his stand-in, and he heard about me being quite a. I just was talking the whole time, and Matt Besser told me to shut up. And it was like really crazy experience, and then Fulcher's like, "Oh, you're the guy that was my stand-in. Everyone said you were weird."
Oh yeah, you should plug you have a podcast with us.
Yeah, I have a
too.
podcast with him on Feral Audio.
Can you keep doing your Rich Fulcher impression? That's pretty good.
Well,
Oh yeah, it's just like
I
really
see him
laid
so much.
back.
Oh,
and
that's okay.
like,
Speaking of other superpowers,
hi.
I don't know how this will translate to a podcast, but remember at a party one time, you can do impressions of people, but not verbally. You can just
Visual
impressions. He can embody you. I
can embody you.
Like he'll do visual impressions of do Dan Harmon. Give us some Dan Harmon.
Well, I got a lot of things to say about the president. It's really crazy because you guys are gonna like what I say. Okay, here we go. The president. I mean, he's a little fucked up. All right. Yeah.
All right, now do me. Do Jeff Davis.
Okay. Now, the thing about it is, Abed, so you do a character like Rich Fulcher, and I just got to see it for a second. Hold on. Oh, wait. All right, yeah, now do it. Do it now.
Okay, now do Ted Knight.
Oh, Mary. Oh, God. Oh, Mary, what are you doing? Oh, I'm a Ted Knight, and no, Mary.
He's just like saying
Monroe.
the name of the person.
Now can you do Callie? Can you do a Callie?
Hey, what are you doing there? Look out, we got a show to make. Get to work.
What?
So she's Minnie Mouse. I love
Is that
that.
what I
Minnie
sound
Mouse, yeah.
like? Is that what I sound like?
She's easy to do because she's a character, you know?
Oh,
you have to be a character. It's easier to do.
Oh, yeah, if you really Google acting with Abed, and you'll see young Jeff and a young Dan.
That's old.
And
That's really old.
they all turn on Abed because Abed's
they all
trying to
attack
teach
me, yeah.
you guys acting.
All right.
And you guys all, and Justin Roiland and
You
everybody.
come after me because of a real conversation we had. Where
You're
I told you.
like, I'm really intimidated by you.
Yeah, and I told you that at Rob's house, and then Rob goes, "Don't say that. Why are you saying that to him?"
Wait, do your Rob impression.
Yeah, give us some Rob Schraub.
Abed, what are you doing? No, that's more like Ridley.
No, he's like, you got to talk about his shit.
Abed, you and me and Kate are going to go to this restaurant.
He's like,
We're going to learn about Doctor Who, my favorite show, and you're going to like it.
That's really
God
good.
damn it.
Wait, yeah, you had an old one who was like, my name's Rob Schraub, and I love taking shits.
No, I know, but that was I was on camera. I was nervous, and Rob made me nervous because he was sitting there like just judging me with his eyes, being like, "You better be funny, you motherfucker." And so yeah, that was awkward.
Can you do Spencer?
Hey guys, we got to move things along.
We gotta move things along, guys.
Wait, I could do Spencer. Spencer's like this.
I couldn't tell who did what there. That was amazing.
Hey, how's it going?
Well, you have to. She lives with me.
It's
so.
true. I do
Not
live
like
with
that,
Spencer.
though. We're just-
Or you
I
live
forgot
with
you
me.
guys are roommates.
Oh yeah, we're roommates.
We're roommates.
There's a show.
Yeah, no.
Is Spencer a happy roommate?
He's like the best roommate I've probably ever
I would
had.
imagine he'd be a pretty good roommate.
Yeah, no, I hope my old roommates aren't listening, but really, you
my
are.
secret is I spend most of my life thinking I'm a terrible roommate.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I can see him being a good roommate.
Well, okay,
That's
I
the
get like
trick.
you have the most adorable cat that I get to like vicariously love.
Yeah.
'Cause she's got little short stumpy legs and she's super timid and
And this cat has its own comedy show.
she does.
Right.
Here we
it's called
go.
What
I'm a
about
cat.
me?
What are the?
What about Meow?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Hit
Yeah.
it.
it's me.
Yeah, I might have a black eye and a broken nose, but I can still do the puns.
You're looking pretty good with a broken nose, by the way.
Thank you.
Wait, it's healed fast because last time I saw you, it was worse.
Yeah, it's getting better.
It's pretty. Yeah, you're a good healer.
Yeah.
Good job.
You're a big healer, Jeff.
He really knows how to heal. This guy.
gave myself,
You know your way around it.
Oh, I forgot. I did a doodle of your guys' new characters, but I didn't finish it. I should have finished it. I'll post it online. But,
we'll put those up on the screen when we play.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
What are the action items for? Because we're really, so for people that are in the area. Okay, when's the show? What's it called? What are the tickets cost? And
you can go to starburnscastle.com to buy tickets. It's this Thursday on July 6th, so after July 4th.
It's called What About Me?
What About Me with Callie and Abed. Me being Callie. There's also music.
Abed and Callie.
There's a wonderful musician, Chris Lind, who's a friend of mine from New York, and I'm actually going to be doing a duet with him. Oh, wow. So yeah, it's also like a venue.
What song are you guys doing?
I'm not gonna tell you, it's a surprise.
I see.
But it's like I play music and I'm a singer-songwriter, so it's also a venue where not only I get to participate in the comedy and I let him kind of run off the rails, but I get to do new songs.
We're lucky that she doesn't interfere with my comedy.
When I eventually come on the show, can I sing a song with you?
Of course. Are you kidding me? That would be wonderful.
You're a great singer.
I would love to do like a country duet.
Can you guys do? I love a rainy night.
No,
that's a great song.
You're a big Eddie Rabbit fan. We know that about you.
All right. I tried.
I think it is.
But yeah, no, starburnscastle.com and just right here where we are right now.
All right, well, let's hear it for Callie and Abed, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Check out this show.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Go to Harmontown Castle. What About Me? Thank you, my love. Also, find her artwork online. It's absolutely fantastic. CallieKazoo.com? Yeah, she did a portrait of Roy Orbison for me that's hanging in my bathroom.
Yeah, her Instagram is awesome. She's always doing the cute little Callie looking things. I'm not an artist. I don't know how to talk about.
Because she draws this really cute, kind of cutesy pie Disney pinup girl kind of things, but it's always about kind of sadness and loneliness. It's a good. Yeah, a lot of vomiting, a lot of crying. It's very good.
I wonder if we have time just for a couple of Twitter questions here.
All right.
I hope we have time.
It's 9.
Somebody asked a really interesting question. He said, if you had $1,000, how much would you regret your life decisions? And I was like, oh, is that a joke? I was like, oh no, you mean if I was? Yeah, fuck. Oh my god. It was really because I was like, if I hadn't been as lucky in my life. I would how much torture would I be inflicting on myself for every fucking thing that I've ever done? And it's fucked up that we do that to ourselves because I guarantee you the fact that I have more than $1,000 isn't the result of smart choices, nor should I be patting myself on the back for the choices I made. It's kind of two different things. It's two different graphs. Money got made, but then also mental illness was explored. And only because I don't have bad consequences to blame on who I am I able to say, oh, those are two different things. So if you're broke and you're nuts, go easy on yourself. It's 9/11.
It's 9/11. It's 9/11. For people that have never seen the show or been here before, please don't think we're terrorists. That's a thing that we do. Yeah, Spencer, do you want to dole out some character sheets?
We'll be right back.
Oh yeah, let's take a mid-roll break for a pre-recorded ad during which the people that are in this space and the people that paid $5 a month to watch get a secret segment. Dan, do an armpit fart.
Can you do it?
I've never been able to do armpit farts. I can show everybody. Can we?
And we're back.
No, don't. I can show.
We're
people,
not back yet.
I'll show people that lady.
The last segment didn't get cut out, and any plebeians listened to it, even though it was bonus. And
they got some work to do at Feral Audio. They'll figure out how to do it right by the time that we actually make these segments worthwhile. There. I put Levy. There was that lady. She's I can't remember who she is. There she is. Remember her? She was on Twitter a little while ago because she was bragging about how we're spending less on.
Wait, what is this?
She's the UN. She's the ambassador to the UN. The U.S. ambassador to the UN. So I was like, I don't know. I'm going to put Levy's face on her just to give the old iPad a try. And then partway through it, I was like, hubba, like nothing against her, and we're enlightened now. We're not going to judge women, especially in politics, for their looks. But I'm just saying, like, you throw Levy's face on, like.
I think we're finding out. We found out he's a winter. That's really his color.
And I have a type. All right. Okay, well, boy, we're back, and man, oh man, you should really pay $5 a month.
All right, you guys
Don't
want
look at my apps.
You guys want to hear a little bit of Pathfinder role playing real fast?
Let's get Steve.
Yeah, welcome Steve on this.
Oh, let's bring Steve Levy up here. There's people sitting on the floor. Did they pay less for their tickets?
I want to say hi real quick to Heather and Andrew Gray, my ex-girlfriend's parents, who are here from Scotland, UK.
They're over there.
Yes, are you still back there, Heather and Andrew? Hello. I think we owe you a thank you and apology because we went to their house when Dan was still with Aaron. When Dan proposed to Aaron McGathy, it was. He had the ring in his pocket while we were at their house, and we proceeded to drink all of their scotch, all of their whiskey. So I hope we gave them some back, but I think we drank most of it.
I fucked up. I'm not signed into our Slack because I got a new 10.5-inch iPad, like a Apple douche. But I don't have a car, and the world is ending, and I can do what I want. Yeah. And I create jobs.
All right, Spencer, do you want to kick this off and go give us a little recap?
Yeah, I guess.
You seem very excited about it.
I always am.
All right.
Fuck. God damn it. Bitch.
I feel like maybe, I don't know.
Fuck.
Should I not?
I'm just thinking that there's a trend where I read this while Dan's occupied, and I think we're playing into that trope if I start right now.
Thank you. That's nice of you to notice. All right, I'm in the D&D channel.
Dan, do you want to put your little fidget spinner down for a minute while we?
No, he. Oh yeah, I guess that is a solution. Well, what's new in Steve's world?
Yeah, let's catch up with Levy for a moment.
You're wearing shorts.
Levy, you look great.
What the fuck's going on?
You look fantastic in a nice wintry pink. Did you know that?
I do now, I guess.
Yeah. You look a little wiped out, little beleaguered.
Your jacket looks tucked into your shorts. Oh no, it's not. Okay.
It's not. Yeah.
You okay, Steve?
Yeah, just
you a little tired.
A little tired.
What happened? Long day?
Yeah, long weekend, holiday weekend.
Yeah, just beginning.
Yeah. Not for me. It doesn't feel that way.
No.
No.
You got to go back to work tomorrow.
Steve always works.
Yeah.
Spencer actually he covered for me all day Friday, and I love him for that. Thank you.
Right. Steve always works unless he doesn't.
Okay, I have my character sheet up, and I'll just multitask between that and the Slack to look at the PDF of the spell sheet, and I'll every once in a while I'll pass this photo of Levy and get a boner, but that's just gonna have to be like a little handicap that a capability, a different ability.
Which picture do you think you could more successfully masturbate to? The original of that woman, or the edited Steve Levy one?
No, for sure the Levy one, because I know
for sure.
In my heart, I'll be like, even like it's like she was, the only reason I ever photo is because she was bragging about the savings that we've made by not caring enough as much about the UN.
And Steve, which photo of Dan do you think would be the easiest to masturbate to? Probably that one with his balls, right?
It's so easy to embarrass Steve Levy. It's almost unfair.
No, I know it's great. That's why I brought him up.
That's like every group text. Like no matter what anybody says, it's like a hair trigger. You're gonna get the monkey with its
see no evil monkey.
Yeah,
you get shy monkeys, and if it's really embarrassing, because there's also the thing that Cody and Dan. Occasionally, there's a picture of Dan with his balls out that we just sent.
It got worse. It got worse a couple of weeks ago, Jeff.
Yeah. Cody and I like to trick Steve into looking at my genitals, and like Cody will take pictures of me in hotel rooms and stuff, and then there was a hotel and it had like a thing that was like I don't know why it would have this, but it was like a thing that
No, it's a thing you put on your doorknob outside the hotel room.
Why would it say breakfast?
Because it means that you want
breakfast.
They'll deliver breakfast. They'll take your order. Or something.
Yeah. You fill that up. You fill it up before 6 a.m.
I never been to a hotel that had that, but it was like, well, guess what's going through there? And then like, so it's just a circular hole. It says breakfast, and I'm like, and so I'll just. Yeah, you could just text somebody. You could just send that photo to somebody, and you'd be tricking them into seeing it. But it's like funnier to be like, "Hey, Steve, I need those tax forms." And also, have you seen the thing?
We were in the middle of the desert in some random bar doing work, and Cody is texting me in the stride with Dan, and she's like, "We got to do this thing, and hey, can you help me with this? I'm going to send you some stuff that I need help on." And then just this picture of Dan comes through. We're sitting at the bar in public, and it's 3 or 4 images in a row of him with his dick through the breakfast.
That kind of backfired because it was like this dark Burbank bar, these giant screens, and it was just like in the timeline. I'm like, ah!
And there's a guy next to Dan who clearly saw this picture. This like conservative, misogynistic guy who, and he just, we're laughing, and he commented on us like laughing at, and I don't know, it just. And then Dan got sucked into this horrible conversation.
I mean, didn't you guys at Starburns recently have a sexual harassment workshop, like thing?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Wait. Is that, are you?
How does this not qualify as?
It's
full?
totally fine. Well, you obviously missed the meeting.
Dan had.
If it has to be unwelcome in order for it to be bad.
It has to be unwelcome.
Right.
Also, technically, Cody sent it to me, so
okay.
She's not. Yeah. She doesn't work with me.
Dan had no involvement with that at all. He didn't want you to see a picture of his dick going through the breakfast sign.
I don't know. I think Dan texted Cody like, "Yo, it'd be funny if you sent that picture to Levy."
I don't want to see that photo. I'm a little sad I wasn't on that group text, though. I feel a little left out.
By the way, it was a preemptive sexual harassment seminar. A lot of companies have them.
We were overdue, probably, right?
Yeah. Well, don't say that either. I think it was right on time.
No, because we're so good at
a traditional educational thing to equip all of our employees with the knowledge they need to make a safe environment.
Right. It took you guys 45 minutes to make your next dick joke in front of everybody.
It was
everybody that works at a company that's had those knows that those days are the days that everyone is the grossest, because everybody has like this camaraderie, and then they're like, oh, we're gonna do the sexual harassment, and then people start like, it's I'm above it. Because then I have a separate meeting where the lawyer comes in and goes like, okay, here's your meeting, like the management thing where they go, here's the number of ways you can get sued and for how much money. I'm like, oh, feminist. I'm just like I was woke before I started talking to these people, but now I'm like wide awake. Like,
you're wide awoke.
I'm like 5-hour energy. Like, who's feeling unsafe?
All right, Spencer, you ready to go?
Yeah, sure.
Dan, are you ready to rock here?
You should save that image to your photo stream.
Yeah.
What would that do?
You don't have to log into Slack that way.
Oh, I whoop whoop. I needed to get into Slack for the spell loadouts. I had this in my photo roll.
Got it.
You look nice tonight. You should wear more sweaters.
He's straight up harassing you now. This is the definition of harassment.
All right. Okay. Well, then all right. Whatever.
It's cut and dry. It's not as gray as you might think.
It's also like technically one of the things you learn at these seminars is someone in this room could make the case. So like, yeah, you could go to a lawyer and you could say, I watched a conversation between Dan and Steve that made me feel unsafe at a Harmontown show. And you could, Nick, you might find the right lawyer.
I wouldn't put that out there. All right, Spencer. Take it away, Spencer.
All right. Last time on Harmontown D&D, you guys were in the town. You had came to help because they had asked for your aid, and you showed up and punched a kid because he was possessed by multiple entities.
Fake news.
This is why you won. Then what happened was you left and you went and checked out some burnt out buildings, finding some buried corpses. Then you went to the church and talked to the church prior. He was all weird and you were like, whoa. He was sad. It was Tom. Tom's the bad guy. And you weren't buying it, but Jeff was buying it. And Diarrhea Jr. was there. The end.
Yeah, we're our third chapter in, and because we did this the last time in a tent in the summer at a festival, we're already into the whole thing. That like I'm like, oh yeah, what did we do? I remember we went to the friar, but then like, so where are we?
No, we went back. We got holy water from the friar. Went back to Tom's house.
Right.
And we tried to kick his door down 8 times, but we couldn't do it because we're all.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, because you kept rolling apparently ones or twos, and we couldn't kick a door down.
Wait, so put the music back on. Hold on.
I cast.
Right.
You want the music?
Jeff tried to burn the door down, and then they started throwing rocks from the 2nd floor, and everybody took damage. All right, now it's
and that's currently where we are. We're on the outside of the house.
Yeah, you're outside.
I'm at the back door.
Jeff tried to burn it down, and then Steve put he put his water skin on it to put the fire out, and Dan tried to kick down a door, and then you guys tried to kick down the door, and they're throwing stuff at you.
So are we in a combat situation right now?
Yeah, you're in a combat situation.
All right. You're in the back of the house, right, Carlos?
Right.
Carlos. I call out to Carlos, like, Carlos, come back out to the front of the house. We're getting rocks thrown at us, and I need your help.
Okay.
I want to climb to the window.
Yeah.
All right. I got to get my dice.
And should we?
I wish I had like sexy stripper music.
Stuff.
It's like when an '80s wrestler gets his snake out of the bag. Which '80s wrestler, Dan? All right, I'm sorry, I didn't. The Snake Man. I don't know. I wasn't part of that culture. Jake the Snake. Well, how inventive. Sorry. Should we just say that I'm doing loadout 1 just to keep things simple because I keep fucking up with my. I didn't,
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we have been using loadout 1, and we still are.
Okay.
It's important to establish that.
Yeah.
Though. You climb up the house. You're on the 2nd floor window.
Who is?
Steve.
You did? You?
I climbed into the house because we couldn't open the door.
He's being a man of action now. Finally, like after putting out the fire, I set to try to burn the door down.
I just want to know: did he do that in the front, or where were you in relation to the
front
house?
door?
This is the front
Jeff
door.
at the front door.
I'm all right. Well, yeah. Sorry, it hasn't been my turn yet. So.
Well, you came around. Your turn happened first. You came around to the front door. Then Steve climbed the wall.
Okay. Careful.
I say to Carlos, hey, this door is probably about to give in. Kick this door down. You're stronger than I am.
Me? Oh shit!
You are Carlos.
Yes,
Carlos,
yes.
Right? Yeah.
All right. Silver flame, guide my foot.
It guides it directly into the door. You kick it, and nothing happens.
Jesus Christ! What is this door
It's a really
made of?
strong door.
I don't know, but I think this is the 4th attempt to kick down this door.
Is it weakening at all? Can we tell that it's maybe giving in a little bit?
No, your attempts have made it seem like this door is made out of iron or some shit, even though you could tell it's not.
All right, I use my shillelagh because I have my quarterstaff as a +1 weapon damage, a 2d6. So I just give it a full. Oh no! I shoot a firebolt through my. I use my weapon domain and I shoot fire through my shillelagh at the door.
You shoot a firebolt?
What do I have? What shoots out of my?
You can shoot all sorts of things out of all sorts of places.
I shoot a magical, like, actual flame at the door.
Yeah, well, you have multiple spells that shoot fire. Firebolt is a spell, or is a thing you could do.
All right.
That could be the answer. I just want to make sure.
Okay, yeah, firebolt.
Okay, sorry. You do that. You shoot it. It starts burning. It's burning, and now Steve's on the second floor, so it's not going to put itself out with water. But again, it will take a while because fire is not, it's a thick door. It takes a while to burn a door down.
Yeah. I step back after that, and so I'm out of rock.
The door's on fire.
Right. Okay.
How about yours? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm having a great time. Whose turn is it? I should know.
Is it? Yeah.
It's my turn. All right. Tom Fell tries to stab at Steve Levy with a knife. Oh, he misses. He lunges and drops the knife out the window.
Nice.
Now it's Dan's turn again.
Yay! Is Diarrhea Jr. close enough, even though he's up there? I just want to do one of these things, like be a good cleric and do that like buff thing where I send an energy channel out with it buffs everybody in my.
Which one? Channel energy? That's a heal spell.
Or what? Good aura?
Deflection aura?
No, is it good aura? Isn't that?
That just means you have an aura.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
That
That's a description
goodness.
of my aura. Sorry.
Yeah.
God damn it! I'm really fucking up. I'm sorry, Spencer.
No, you're doing great. You're asking questions and getting information.
Wait, no, okay, all right. Shit. No, I thought I had a thing where I could I'm sorry. I really and then I got drunk and I got all riled up because of that.
I was thinking about how riled up you had gotten.
Yeah. It was Abed, he's so defensive about that fucking story. It's just just accept it. You talked a guy to sleep.
Yeah. I mean,
he voted for Jill Stein.
I bet he did. We don't know that.
Not only did he not, but if you did, it's fine. I don't care. I don't want a part of any any incidents. Shit. I thought. Okay. All right. Well, you know what?
Throw me the holy water.
I'm gonna throw you the holy water. I thought I had a thing that was like. Oh well. All right. I thought I had a thing.
What's your dexterity?
It's pretty high.
Yeah, I think
it's 12.
Really?
Yeah. As clerics go, we don't spend a lot of time at the gym. And
Wait.
so
Sorry.
What?
You don't have the throw. Well, Steve has the holy water.
Yeah.
I do?
You have it.
Yeah, it's in a bottle.
Oh, you're right.
Your jar.
That's right. It's in my jar.
Because Dan would have dropped it.
But I have some too. You and I both have holy water.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now I remember.
But
Thanks.
Dan used his.
Is it my turn?
No, it's still Dan's turn.
All right. So I'm going to, because the door is on fire.
Is there a window we could just go in and not deal with this crazy ass door?
You could climb through the window I climbed through.
I'm just going to kick the flaming door.
Okay. It's round 5. All right, you kick in the flaming door.
Kick it in?
Yeah.
Yeah! That's the level we've been reduced to. They're cheering that we did one thing.
Right. Yeah.
We've been trying for an hour to kick this fucking door.
You wouldn't be cheering if you were the family that lived here. Like, they haven't really technically done anything to deserve this yet.
Right. We don't know that. All right.
We don't know that, but that's when you shouldn't kick in there too.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay, so you kick in the door and it flies off its hinges. It lands on the ground, smoldering and firing.
We're here to help.
You not be a piece of shit. I see Tom. Is Tom there?
No, he's upstairs.
Okay, I run upstairs.
All right, wait.
Or is it my
Steve's turn.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I go into their kid's bedroom.
All right, well, Tom's...
Just that as the time code here, if you want to make a GIF.
Well, Tom's in the window. He's like you're kind of outside the house, and he's on the inside of the house. So
I didn't climb into the house.
No,
yet?
you're on the outside of the house because he's like threatening it, like he was trying to stab you.
Well, I want to do a move where I like jump to the window and kick him.
All right. You jump through the window and you try to kick him, but you just jump in the window. Now you're inside, but your kick missed, and he like whirls around. He's like, ah. All right, Jeff's turn now.
I run upstairs to that room.
All right, you do that.
Is the door open?
Where you are, where Steve is kind of like the landing of the house. It's not a room. It's just kind of open. So you're both standing in that, and then there's 2 closed bedroom doors.
Do I know which one Tom is in? Like, whatever.
You know which one was the kid's room because you were there earlier.
Okay, I open that door.
All right, you do that.
Is that the end of my turn?
The kid, you see the kid. He's still belted to bed. He doesn't seem awake though.
But Tom's not there.
No, Tom is in the landing with Steve.
All right, can I keep looking, or is that the end of my action?
What are you looking for?
Tom.
He's with Steve. He's on the landing.
Oh, so I was just there.
Yeah.
Okay, I take out my holy water and throw it at him.
All right. It hits him. Wait, does it hit him? It hits him right in the eye. You see the what is the holy water in?
Like a wineskin. I just I squeeze it and squirt it at him.
Okay.
I swear I had a 5-gallon drum of it somewhere. But
you had holy water, but you used it, and I think you marked it off on your sheet, but you don't have the current sheet.
I was just doing a callback to
sorry, everybody. Right, because the Sparklets
guy.
The
Sparklets guy stole your holy water.
Sorry,
it's
everybody.
not your fault. My joke didn't land. If they would have laughed.
I'm sorry, Dan's joke didn't land. What? Sorry.
So I like you take my wine
right in the eye. Yeah. He stumbles backwards and lands on his back. He's like, water's in my eye.
See, that's the thing about hitting them in the eye with the holy water. You still don't know if they're evil, because they're like, there's water in my eye.
I was so sure that he was evil.
His flesh doesn't, like steam like a vampire's or whatever,
And by the way, meta gaming table talk, but the fucking guy that we talked to, the friar, had shit all over his face. I'm not saying that makes you a bad person, but he was like paranoid and crazy. All right.
I don't know if he had shit all over his face. Also, you did throw holy water at him.
The friar?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I've kind of... See, this is what I do. I alienate.
So that was great. That was so much fun. Go back and listen to that episode.
Oh, I will. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So the holy water has no effect other than just being water in this guy's eyeballs.
No, yeah. Well, it knocked him over.
The force of the holy water knocked him over.
Yeah, it hit him right in the eye, and he fell backwards.
Hit him in the eye. I mean, what you of all people should know.
I didn't. A guy punched me at a Nick Cave concert. I didn't fall down. I just spilled my drinks and bled all over my suit.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And we spent the episode talking about Abed.
Yeah. He talked to a guy while he was asleep.
Yeah.
It's probably the end of my turn.
You can move, but yeah, more or less.
I get on top of him and try to subdue him. Like I take some rope out and try to like bind him.
All right. Well, you go to do that.
Okay.
You can't quite start, but you get in his space, so you're kind of like threatening him.
Yeah.
All right. He just starts crying. He doesn't try and fight or anything anymore. He just starts crying.
Okay.
Is it?
Whose turn?
Dan. Sorry.
What's this? I only know this guy's name is Tom, right?
It's Tom Fell.
Tom Fell.
He fell from grace. We think he's a baddie.
Tom Fell of what's the town's name?
Roan.
Tom Fell of Roan. You have many enemies. We might be your only friends. You must tell us the truth.
He's just crying. He's like, whatever. Just leave me alone.
Leave us alone. Nah, that's not gonna. That never works.
Yeah, you look around.
So I spent my turn.
No, you can still do some talking.
Okay. Well, I just want to. What if I? Okay, let me.
Don't you have some sort of clerical healing or
let me try this.
evil casting out kind of abilities, or no?
Well, I'm not. Look, let me try. Is he damaged to the point where, like, can I, like, don't I have, like, maybe I can get in this guy's good graces with, like, just and make him understand that we're civil servants, Like, if I were to go, if I were to just, wait, where's the, okay, like, what is it? Well, if I just use that channel thing, and I just go, can I just heal him?
Yeah. He's not damaged.
Yeah.
He feels healed though.
I go, hey man, you all right?
What are you doing?
Look, there's something crazy going on in this town. Like
Yeah, there's a fucking nightmare church that's bursting into people's houses and not healing sick people.
Is this not the first time this has happened to you?
No, this is the second time you have been here this evening.
That feeling when your trail of clues leads back to you.
God damn it, we're so bad at this.
What's the kid doing?
The kid is in the room. He's in the bedroom.
Does he still seem evil? Does he still seem evil?
Who are you asking?
You?
He's in the bed. He's not on the landing with us. He's in the bedroom. He's asking
Steve
you.
is in the landing.
Oh.
He's with everyone.
We tried holy water on the kid before, right? Dan missed, but then I mopped his brow with the thing, and that didn't.
Yeah.
It kind of didn't do much, right?
It did some damage to him.
Oh.
I mean, we can damage the kid all we want. Like we're great at that. Diarrhea. Go check on the kid.
I walk into the room where the kid is.
All right. The kid seems asleep.
Oh. Well.
Where's the wife?
Does he look? Does he seem sick?
He seems asleep. He doesn't seem healthy.
Is Bonnie the wife there?
Who's got
You
eyes
don't
on the
see
wife?
the wife. No one sees the wife.
I need a 10 on the wife.
Wait,
a 10?
So wait, Jeff hit the kid in the eye
20.
with holy water, and he's now asleep.
No, Jeff hit the Tom in the eye with holy
dad.
water.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to take my glass jar of holy water and pour it on the kid.
All right.
Isn't he the one that's like sort of possessed?
Yeah.
What? I can't hear you. I'm on the landing.
He gets experience points for doing that.
Who? Dan?
Dan,
Yeah.
for knowing that he couldn't hear
Yeah. You get experience points for being on the landing.
Or wait, Jeff.
Yes.
Let's sidebar.
that. I mean,
here.
who's Jeff?
Oh fuck.
Whoa.
Jeff gets experience points.
Who's this Jeff you're
Chad.
speaking of? You're talking to Chad the fire lighter.
Chad.
Yeah. Yes.
Steve gets experience points.
What if? Look, I don't know how holy water works. I've never used it for anything like this before.
Yeah.
Do you think we should hold him down and chain him to the bed and then make him drink the holy water?
I think he's already belted.
He's
to
already
the bed.
belted to the bed.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, good.
Yeah, just get in there and do your thing.
Go nuts up there.
Follow your heart, Diarrhea
Improvise.
Junior.
No wrong answers.
Well, can you help? All right.
Are you calling out to me?
Wait, you're not in the room?
No, I'm in the landing, but I hear him and I go into the room with him.
Yeah, it's a small house. It's a small house.
Okay, so now
Come in here and help me hold this kid's mouth
all right,
open.
I go to the kid and I pry his jaw open and his head and hold his mouth open. Like a
I take
baby,
out my glass jar,
like a baby
I
bird.
pop open the lid, and I start pouring it down his throat.
All right. That happens.
We wait with wild expectation to see what the results.
You should close his mouth and make him swallow.
I close it and shake his head like a pauper in Mexico.
You do that. He starts frothing. Steam starts shooting out of his body. Steam starts shooting out of his body. And you feel a sharp, terrible pain in your, what do you call it? Ankles.
You forgot ankles? All right.
You remembered ankles?
So we didn't have a 20 on the wife.
Yeah. A knife shoots out and stabs you in the legs
It's always
for
the
3
fucking
damage.
wife. Sorry.
Each of you take 3 damage as your legs hurt.
Is she under the bed?
Yeah.
God damn it!
When you do a raid, you always look for the wife. They get a homestead instinct. It riles them up. They'll fucking they'll take you out like Rambo.
How much damage did I take?
You take 3.
Jesus Christ, I'm getting killed over here.
All right. The demon spawn child starts thrashing and sizzling and frothing madly and spasming all over the place. You see a black spirit erupt from its mouth. It's all weird. It looks like a
like a flat, dark-colored ghost silhouette kind of shadowy thing. And right after that happens, you see the ghost kid kind of burst out of it, and it starts like it's wailing on the demon. It's like punching at the demon. And they're just kind of wrestling on the floor, these two immaterial creatures.
So is that the ghost of the brother that we saw from earlier? What was his name?
Archer.
Yeah, it's
Archer?
the ghost you saw in the past.
So Archer is now fighting a demon ghost that's emanating. They're both emanating from Cliff.
They have emanated. Now they're done being emanated. But yes.
But they're out fighting.
Yeah.
Physically out in the room right now.
Oh yeah, they're duking it out. Oh man, the production values are great.
I'm just cradling Tom on the landing, just going, it's going to be cool, man. Sometimes shit, life doesn't...
Why didn't you just, come back in the morning or something?
Look.
Or not burst down the door, or not light the house on fire.
Wait,
Did
so-
you guys put the house out? I think there's a burning door downstairs. You smell smoke real bad.
I'll take care of that. But before I do, I want to say this. No offense, but I don't get the impression from where you live that you haven't made mistakes in your life.
You're right. Every citizen should live a perfect life in order to not be murdered by the state.
That's not what I said. Don't put words in my mouth. I don't come to where you live.
No, I agree. I'm with you.
I do come to where you
Yes,
live.
you do. Yes. You do that twice a night, apparently.
All right, you're not even...
No, I agree. I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, well, where's your water?
What?
Their water to put out the fire in your house I started.
It's in the well.
It's no well?
It's in the well.
Oh.
We live on a farm.
All right. Well, do you have any people that can go get some... Fuck.
Well, my
do you
wife
have a
is
bucket?
under the...
Is there a bucket at the...
Yeah, there's a bucket.
All right. Well, come with me. I don't want you running around like a...
Well, there's a plan. He grabs the bucket and runs outside. I assume you're following him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he just does it normally and starts... He throws the bucket of water. He puts out the fire. It's nondescript.
Teamwork.
I hollered down and said, "Hey, we got a ghost fight up here, and a lady just cut my ankles from underneath the bed. We got a code 14 up here."
Well, you're doing it all in a house that ain't on fire. And there's like a Voltron split screen. All right. We're all working together. Synergy.
That's great. We could call it... Let's keep going, though, right?
All right, Tom, I'm going to head upstairs because I'm a cleric. Sounds like shit's going down with your haunted son.
Yeah.
Who's the best church in the world? All right, you know what? We'll sell you later.
Yeah.
I head upstairs.
Okay, I fill him in and say, "Oh, by the way, we poured holy water down this kid's mouth. The mom is angry. She's underneath the bed. She just sliced us in the ankles like a prison fight."
Okay, are the spirits emanating?
They're already emanated.
Interesting.
This is post-emanation.
Oh, okay, all right.
I mean, look, I don't want to point out the obvious. I don't want to ghost-splain, but there's a ghost. There's a ghost fighting what we think is the spirit of the dead brother Archer, and they're duking it out on the mortal plane right now.
Right. Well, I think we should help the good ghost. Are you bleeding from your ankle?
Yeah, I took 3 damage. I eat a good berry.
Wait, do you?
Yeah, I eat some good berries.
Okay.
Do I see Bonnie?
No, you don't see anything under the bed.
How much healing do I take from the good berries?
Well, each good berry you eat gives you 1 health, so it's up to you how many you want to eat.
I eat 3.
Then you gain 3 health.
Okay, so I'm good to go. I mean, I got to get some new socks tomorrow, but I'm.
I mean, as long as we're still talking, who cut your ankles?
There's some crazy lady under the bed. I mean,
there's a lady under the bed?
Yeah, the mom. I mean, like she might be just protecting her family, but it's a weird instinct to have a knife underneath a bed. I don't really like her style.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, we need to keep an eye on her. We have to keep, just don't get too close to the bed.
Diarrhea, get the lady out from under the bed.
I look under the bed for the lady.
All right. Well, describe that action.
Don't look with your face.
I don't. I'm like, like 5 feet away, and I look to see if she's under there.
Yeah, she's under there. She's crouched up like a big green tarantula.
All right, so I take my slingshot and I load it up, and I shoot her in the head. Not hard, just like
we said no wrong answers.
What's your attack bonus on the slingshot? Do you see that?
+4.
All right, you hit her. You hit her in the face.
All right.
With what, like a rock?
And I'm assuming
rock.
while she's in pain, I want to pull her out from under the bed.
All right, that happens.
All right, guys, I think I have it under control.
Can we do like a perception check on her, or like a sense motive? Like is she evil, or is she just being a good mom?
You know what? Save your dice. She's a mother who is... Home is being invaded.
She has a knife under the bed.
She's just doing the best she can with what she's got.
She certainly...
I don't care if she is evil. She's going to do the same thing as if she's good.
She's either a great mom or Steven Seagal. She's either way.
She seems normal, yeah.
So
I'm so sorry. I just want to help your child. I take it back. I want to go over to the kid.
I think diplomacy has gone out the window a long time ago.
Wait, just.
We've won 0 hearts and maybe
Give me a
one
second.
mind if we lose this
I take out my water skin. I try to give the kid some water and some trail rations.
All right. Well, the kid's unconscious.
I just laughed so hard I made my broken nose bleed.
Oh no! Do you need anything?
Oh no!
Yeah.
Do I get his turn?
Yeah, you get his turn.
Wait, there's Rick and Morty drawings on there.
He's you're
Someone get that man a tissue. Hollywood. Oh,
How amazing would it have been when you got in a fight with that guy at the Nick Cave concert if he had you cornered and he had a couple of guys, and then all of a sudden, like all of your friends from jail, the Latino Hollywood guys.
I got it. Oh, appreciate it. Thank
You having a problem, Hollywood? And then you look, and it's just like 9 dudes, and they like swing like pirates into the fray. Shaw! Yeah!
All right, continue.
I know this is like, Dan, just same old Dan. He doesn't know how to play Pathfinder. But I could have sworn, like, I'm a cleric. I'm level 2. There's an evil beastie here in front of me in the form of this like black silhouette ghost. Like, I don't have any like standard like just in AD&D in the 80s. It was just I'm a cleric. I'll turn undead. It's just a skill I have. Like, I don't have anything like that, right?
Yeah, you'll get that next level, I believe.
Well, I can't wait. But for now, I guess I just go like, go, white ghost.
You do that. The white ghost is going. Well, I guess it's a white ghost. It's a ghost of color.
Maybe it's the ghost of White Roan. Maybe the thing that happened here is we forgot Roan's rust belt.
Could be. All right. You root for the kid.
Go, Archer, go. We believe in you. Come on.
You believe in Archer. All right. Someone else do something.
Okay.
Are they in physical form or in ghostly kind of apparition form?
You don't know.
Wait a minute.
It's hard to tell by looking at it. They look ghostly. I mean,
Channel Smite. This is a feat, which I hope does not fail me now. Use channel energy to deal extra damage to undead on attack. So basically, like if I could just do a standard attack, I mean, might as well do something. Attack clearly the more evil of the 2 ghosts. I know who Archer is. I don't want to attack Archer.
What do you attack with?
I am, of course, going to use my Morning Star.
All right, what's the attack bonus on that?
+2.
It hits!
And I'm using that channel smite, so I'm going like, in the name of horror.
I can't find my dice. It's a whole bag of dice. Dealing 10 damage. Your morning star phases through the incorporeal body of the demon spirit, but you can see the white energy of the silver flame that emanates from your weapon disperse the form of the demon creature as it slices through its mistly body.
Oh, yeah!
You get the sense that the ghost kid did most of the work. But you don't let that bother you because a win's a win.
I think you did it.
He did do it.
And hey, nice bullseye on that housewife.
I was she cut my ankles. I was scared. You know,
No, she was the worst.
I didn't know.
She's still under the bed, you guys. You can hear us.
Well, she's out of the
He
bed.
dragged her out after he hit her with a rock.
Oh, right.
We're the A team. I mean, but results are results. I don't want to be Machiavellian about it. I turned to Tom and I go, "Come on, dot. House no longer on fire. Kid no longer haunted. I'm talking about a good church."
So he passes out.
What's happening with with Archer, the ghost of Archer, the good spirit?
The ghost kid looks at you like in a regarding way. It's like, wow, people, huh?
Archer.
Yeah.
What's going on in this town?
Archer doesn't really talk, but it kind of walks backwards and phases out of the wall, and you can kind of see it outside the window.
It wants us diarrhea. Follow the ghost.
I follow Archer.
Archer's going towards the graveyard at the end of the city, at the edge of the forest. But would our heroes find a thing in the end of the D&D?
All right, that's the
Yeah. Do you want to rap or something?
Yeah, sure.
We did it. Zach, you got a beat? Lay it on us, Zach. Zach McKeever back there, the DJ with the mostest.
Frosting Bones.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Yo. Higher and higher. Rap. Hip hop. Rap. I'm getting higher and higher. I went out to the sun, said to the moon, I'm gonna combine you both real soon, cause I'm an alchemist. I combine things and make children sing. So I took some gold and some silver, put them in a bowl. And I waited, but nothing happened. I'm a bad alchemist. Got a lot to learn about alchemy. Can't just put two metals in a bowl. They won't do anything. If they did, alchemy wouldn't be called alchemy. It would be called what normally happens. But this is how we learn. So I went to burn some books about alchemy, because I was still not thinking right about how it works, and thought if I could make alchemy have less information, that relatively I would be more of an alchemist. It was misguided thinking. It was thinking. It wasn't like Lincoln. It freed the slaves and created graves that are haunted by white America today. we struggle with integrity. We played D&D and we did it pretty nicely. I'm real proud of myself. When you say self, you're probably gonna rhyme it with shelf. There's almost no other word that you're gonna come up with. Elf. Mouth, south. Yo, I'm gonna take a tooth, put it in a booth, and it's gonna shoot Lincoln. That's a homonym, right? Yo, I'm Missy Homonym. I heard my name and coming in again. I sound like other things, and when I ring-a-ling, I suck my ding-a-ling. I got a Roger Waters sized dick. I can suck on it just by bringing it to my lips. A hip, a hop, a hip, hip, a hip.
Can you do like a Roger Waters sample about his dick? Like, can you do a Pink Floyd mix on that?
The razor blade, the cold cut of British government issues you don't understand when you're 15, but they sound cool. I'm Roger Waters. The government of England in the 70s is confusing to you, but the general idea is disenfranchisement.
My name is John Johnson. This rap has been hit and miss, but it's like a river of piss. Maybe it's made of piss, but it's still a river. You could try to fish in it, and if you catch a fish, it's still a fish even though it lives in piss. And you take it home and you cook it up and you eat it up, and then you get 7-Up to wash it down, but then you got diabetes.
Thank you for coming to Harmontown, everybody. I think we did it. Thank you to whoever brought me napkins and tissues for my bleeding nose. Steve Levy, everybody. Callie Fontecchio, Abed Gates, go see their show. What About Me? Spencer Crittenden is your game master, of course. Thank you, Chris, Sarah, Zach, everybody. Church has said she can't be here tonight. I'm your comptroller, Jeff Davis. Your mayor is Dan Harmon. Thank you so much for coming. Drive fast and take chances.